This iconic rock identifies the beach at Currumbin on the southern end of Gold Coast City, a region unsurpassed for its natural beauty, with seascapes looking north towards Surfers Paradise and south along the beach to Coolangatta. Currumbin not only has beautiful beaches, but to the west there is the beautiful Currumbin Valley. Backed by rainforest-covered ranges and mountain streams that feed its fertile valley, it is a place where you can experience nature at its best. Before the beginning of last century, it was difficult to get to Currumbin. With no roads in the area, it was an all-day ride by stagecoach, through Southport, across the Nerang River by ferry, and then along the surfing beach. The tides, the difficult creek crossing at Tellabudgera, and the quicksand near Currumbin Estuary all had to be negotiated before the headland at Currumbin was reached. Then in 1903, a railway line was completed from Brisbane to Coolangatta through Currumbin, with the idea that farmers in the district could get their products to market. A pioneer of the district, Wallace Nicol, who later became a councillor for the area, was the first to awake the public to the picturesque Currumbin beach. He constructed a track from the new railway station to the beach, and late in 1910 built a two-storey hotel overlooking Currumbin Creek Estuary. For the first time, tourists could stay in comfort and enjoy what Currumbin had to offer. The headland area near Currumbin Rock became very popular with campers who came by train, and for many years to come this was a popular camping spot. Today, no camping is allowed along the foreshore, but it remains a popular picnic spot, a seascape to rival any on the Gold Coast. In 1926, the opening of a bridge over Currumbin Creek allowed cars to reach Currumbin and use the scenic track along the foreshore. Land was surveyed and houses began to appear on the hills overlooking the beach. In 1919, Arthur Barker had opened a store right on the foreshore. Today, Pacific Parade at Currumbin is a busy thoroughfare. Relaxing restaurants and popular curbside coffee shops line the esplanade. Many modern homes crown the hillside, while apartments rub shoulders with some of the old original cottages. But through the trees along the foreshore, that beautiful seascape is still there as in the past. Back in 1904, the Department of Mines allowed mining for gold and platinum by hand along the sand dunes at Currumbin. Large mining companies had mining leases right through the war years and beyond, scouring the beaches and removing valuable minerals like monazite and zircon that were in great demand. The old galvanised iron sand processing sheds blotted the seascape at Currumbin Point until the 1980s, when pressure from the community eventually had the mining leases revoked. In early times, the beach at Currumbin suffered erosion from cyclonic influences. The road along Currumbin foreshore was badly damaged many times and was unpassable for long periods after heavy seas. There were no sand dunes and very little beach. At that time, Currumbin Rock was virtually an island and could only be reached on a very low tide. In 1973, rock walls were built at the mouth of Currumbin Creek out to Currumbin Rock. This work had a mixed result. The main surfing beach is now a lot more stable, with wide sand dunes covered with vegetation and shady trees. But the creek mouth is constantly choked with sandbars that have to be dredged to keep the channel navigable. The old Nichols Hotel was subsequently rebuilt, But when this hotel was pulled down in the 1980s, there was much controversy about maintaining the natural tree line, and with so much natural beauty in the area, the council ruled that only low-rise units were to be built to replace this once famous landmark and to enjoy that $1 million view to the north. When you think of Currumbin, you think of Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary. Alec Griffiths started it by chance over 60 years ago when he began feeding lorikeets. He then invited a few neighbours in to help him feed the birds, and it grew from there. Over time, it has been visited by thousands of people from all over the world. Today, the twice-daily bird feed is still the attraction that captures the excitement of being up close with nature. But Alex had the vision to see that this could be so much more, where you could get up close to many of Australia's native birds and animals. As an added attraction, a group of Aboriginal dancers demonstrate and explain a little about their culture.
This one is a dance of the emu, what we call kuduku.
As in the past, Elephant Rock has always been an identifying feature on Currumbin Beach. But over time, some say, the continual enlargement of the Lifesavers facilities on the northern side has been a disfigurement to the rock's natural beauty. In hindsight, buildings such as these should never have been allowed to overwhelm this landmark. Fortunately, looking from the south, Elephant Rock still shows its natural beauty. On Anzac Day each year, it features in the dawn service, which is televised right round Australia. On the other hand, Currumbin Rock stands defiantly and virtually untouched over time. It has become a great viewing point to watch the board riders at what is known in the surfing fraternity as the alley. The quality of the waves here rivals the best in the country. It is a popular swimming beach and a training venue for future champions. While in September each year, works of art transform the foreshore along the esplanade when the Swell Sculpture Festival is held. Behind the gold is the green of the beautiful Currumbin Valley. The first road into the valley in 1929 provided access for the farmers. Banana growing was a big industry until an outbreak of bunchy top ruined the crops. Today the valley faces another challenge: the demand for residential development. The eco-village concept may have the answer. A reduced number of houses are allowed within a strict building code. Each resident has to be self-sufficient in the use of water and power, so they create a very small footprint on the environment. Many residents of Currumbin are passionate about their favourite part of the Gold Coast. Currumbin Creek Care Group meets regularly, planting riparian vegetation along the billabongs and adjacent creek banks to maintain and help preserve the whole area from overdevelopment. Tarabora Reserve near the estuary is another conservation success story, as explained by local resident Mr. Wilf Ardell.
This beautiful area that we're now standing in was planned to be developed into a housing estate and hotels and canal development and boat harbours, and the people of the area fought against that. My group of Friends of Currumbin was founded to fight off that development, and we've been here ever since for the last 30 years, tree planting and looking after the area to preserve it for the benefit of the people for all time.
There is no doubt that Currumbin is one of the stars in the crown of Gold Coast City. With its unbeatable seascapes, relaxed lifestyle and its abundance of natural bush. Maybe things could have been done better in the past, but with confidence in its future, the following generations will still be able to appreciate the wonders of Currumbin.